Today we're diving into a topic that has a lot of people fired up. The growing feeling among many Brits that they were becoming second-class citizens in their own country. At the center of the storm is a claim that the current system of benefits for the foreign-born, the way the Labour government handles immigration and welfare isn't just unfair, but is actually a strategy to buy votes. Now, whether you agree or not, this perception is real, it's widespread, and it's shaping the national debate. So let us unpack why so many feel this way and what's really behind this explosive conversation. First, let's talk about the sentiment on the ground. You don't have to look very far to find people who say public services feel stretched, housing feels impossible to secure, and opportunities feel like they're shrinking. Many point to the fact that long-time taxpayers, people who VA contributed for decades, say they're unable to access the support they need when they need it. In their eyes, newcomers to the country appear to receive faster or more generous assistance. Now, whether those impressions match the full complexity of the system is a separate question, but the perception is what matters politically. When people feel pushed aside, ignored, or deprioritized, they start asking, why are my needs at the back of the queue? And that's where the phrase second-class citizen comes from. It's a powerful emotional term that speaks to a deep sense of betrayal and unfairness. The next layer of this controversy involves the accusation that Labour is intentionally expanding benefits and support structures for foreign-born residents. Critics argue it's a form of political engineering. Create a dependent group, offer them benefits, and secure long-term electoral loyalty. To be clear, this is a claim made by opponents, not an established fact. Labour officials vehemently deny any such motive. They say their policies are about fairness, inclusion, and ensuring that everyone living in the UK, regardless of their birthplace, has access to basic support and opportunity. But politics is never just about facts, it's about trust. And right now, trust in government decision-making is at a historic low. This gap between official statements and public feeling is where these explosive ideas take root. So, why are these claims gaining so much traction? One big reason is visibility. When the public sees hotels being used to house migrants while local families struggle to find affordable housing, it creates powerful visceral resentment. It doesn't matter if the reality behind those decisions is more complicated. The optics alone are enough to drive outrage. When people hear stories, true or not, that certain arrivals immediately qualify for specific support programs while lifelong citizens face long waiting lists or rejections, it reinforces that feeling of being left behind. It paints a picture of a system with two sets of rules. Another crucial factor is economic pressure. Let's be honest, when times are good, people tend to be more generous and open. But when times are hard, when wages are stagnant, inflation is biting, and public services are overstretched, every perceived imbalance feels personal. Suddenly, it's not just a policy disagreement. It's a question of fundamental fairness, national identity, and loyalty. The debate moves from the head to the heart, and that's when things get really heated. So, are people right to feel the way they do? Well, feelings aren't really right or wrong, they're signals. And the signal right now is that a significant portion of the population believes the system no longer puts British citizens first. Whether you blame government mismanagement, high immigration levels, poor communication from politicians, or deliberate political opportunism, the result is the same, a population that feels unheard and undervalued. And welfare policy as a tool to secure votes. That's a democratic crisis in the making. That suspicion alone damages trust in elections, in the legitimacy of our institutions, and in the entire system of governance. It suggests that policy is no longer about serving the public good, but about consolidating power. So where does that leave us? It leaves us with a deeply divisive debate that isn't going away anytime soon. People want fairness, they want transparency. They want to feel that their government prioritizes its own citizens and manages migration responsibly, not as a political strategy, but as a fundamental duty. Whether Labour, or any government, can rebuild that trust. That's the real question facing Britain today. What do you think? Is this a genuine crisis of fairness, or is it a political narrative being spun for other reasons? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown useful, please consider liking and subscribing for more. See you next time.